What do you ignore? So to give a bit of context, about a year ago I made a video on yoga, and if you flash forward to about a month ago, I ended up connecting with another yoga instructor called Meghan Currie. Super cool girl, lots of fun, knows what she's talking about, and coincidentally just happens to be in Amsterdam giving a workshop. So we dedicate a day to me following her around with a camera. But we had 6 hours. 6 hours to know each other and 6 hours to make something. I had a plan, a loose plan, and it involved going back to the location of the workshop. Trying to get some shots of her outside the church, establishing shots, all that kind of stuff. But they felt forced. They felt like things that I wanted to do more than she did. Pushing on, trying to just make the most of the day, we go to the park. But I guess like pretty early on, this day isn't going as I envisioned. For the preceding 6 months, I've been working on a series of projects that were in some ways very challenging, and I really enjoyed them. But I ended up just becoming very focused on the one work stream, the one thing. And I ended up neglecting my vision to do this kind of stuff. Spending a weekend doing yoga, talking transparently with someone who's very open-minded, had this crushing reality of, oh my God, I'm not doing this enough. I'm not listening to that thing inside of me, which is the thing that I probably, if I'm being totally honest with myself, is the thing that I want to move forward with more, as much as possible. And I just want to caveat, doesn't mean I don't enjoy working and doing all that kind of other stuff, but it's about balance, right? It's about being able to do a series of things that you want to do, not just one. So the day became very much about my reality. And we shot some cool footage of Meghan in the park. I should totally acknowledge that at this point in time, camera work is not my strong suit. So when I'm looking back at this footage, the first thing I'm thinking is, my God, this footage is so shaky. It's overexposed. The ISO is way too high. It looks noisy. There's all kinds of stuff just going wrong with it. And as a result, I'm like, ah. But there was one thing that she said at the end, which just was in relation to everything that we'd been talking about in exposing me. She didn't say it in a way that it was like, you need to do this, or I've done this and you need to do this. It was we can all learn from this. We can all experience this. We all do experience this. And that's why I made this video about asking yourself the question, what do you ignore? Because there are things that we all ignore. There are all things that we know. There's like a little hum going on in the back of our minds and in the back of our hearts about what we should be doing. I know, super cheesy, but it's true. And for me, that became the purpose of the video. To share that story, to share that learning. And so what footage I had that I liked together. And yeah, there are some parts that are slightly blown out. I'm gonna work on that. There's stuff where my hands are shaking. Gonna work on that too. But the point of this video was very closely, I'll be honest, was very closely related to something I was going through. But I think that's the learning, right? If you make something, you have to make something that you believe in, and something that, and as such, will be something that other people believe in. That's it. For me, that's the process of this first video, is acknowledging the most interesting thing that you experienced and finding an interesting way to convey that to other people. That's it.